Hi everybody, welcome to Vanderbilt Tennis Club. This is our front desk. Here's Mel. We're going to go up to the practice court, which is right here behind me. We're going to take this door up the stairs and we're going to get going. This is week one, forehand. All right, let's go.
Welcome to the practice court. This is where we are going to conduct our workshop. Let's start with the basic forehand grip. Bear in mind that everything I'm going to tell you, there's always variations depending on your level, but we're just going to start with the basics and move on from there. So take the grip and place it diagonally inside the palm of your hand, like so. I'm aligning it with the wide bevel of the grip. And as soon as I do that, you will see that your index finger is slightly detached. We call that the trigger finger. If your knuckles are parallel to the grip like so, this is not good. You need to adjust exactly like that. Try to hold all the way on the bottom. And after you've done that, time to get more comfortable with that grip so you can practice bouncing some balls. Bouncing up, bouncing down, any other variation would do. It will just help you get a little more comfortable with the grip and strengthening the muscles of your forearm. Next, let's talk about stance, meaning how are you standing before making contact. Position yourself perpendicular to the net. Place your left hand outwards like you're pointing towards the ball, towards your contact point. That's called lining up the ball. And place the racket fairly close to you, but pointing up, meaning that you are cocking your wrist all the way back, creating a 90-degree angle between the racket and your hand. You see this L shape there between the racket and the hand? That's L for leverage. Remember that. We're going to mention that a lot as we practice forehands, backhands, volleys, and so on. As you move the racket to the contact point, make sure that your wrist stays cocked back all the way. So at contact point, the racket is parallel to the net. Now when you follow through, what you're trying to do is brush up on the ball by rolling your forearm and not turning your wrist. Pretend like you're holding a cocktail and you're pouring it over your shoulder, or like wiping a big window, wiping it clean. Watch the ball spin as you follow through. And most importantly, you're making contact only with the ball. Here are a few examples how not to do it. You see how the racket opens up? That's bad. Oh no, that's unattractive. Moving on to the finish. As we brush up on the ball, let the racket continue with the inertia of the swing and align your chin with your right shoulder. That means that you have rotated your upper body accordingly. That's also a good time to check that you did not break leverage. See how your wrist stays cocked up, not like that. Yes, that's better. As you're moving on to practice with a live ball, keep working slowly. Don't try to overhit the ball. Don't try to hit too fast. Instead, try to see how much clearance you can get over the net. That's a good indication of generating more topspin on the ball. Now, even when you practice on your own outside the workshop, it's important that you will not try to accomplish too much. This is why sometimes just taking a half hour instead of 1 hour will actually be better for you. Because the last thing we want is for you to practice bad habits over and over again. So most of the time, less is more. When you're done with your practice session, just use the hopper to pick up the balls and keep the court nice and clean to the person who's using it right after you. You can use your racket to clean up a little bit more around the machine, but do not touch the machine itself. Do not step over the net. We don't want anybody getting hurt. We're looking forward to see you next week.